and gentlemen, I am Stain Gaming and welcome back to my channel for another video on characters that have a chance in Jump Force. This time we're going to be talking about YuGiOh. Now as always, this video could mean a chance at a potential Season 3 or a sequel. And now let's talk about YuGiOh and Jump Force. I love the YuGiOh characters in the game already. They are two of my favorite characters in Jump Force. We already have Yugi Moto, Yami Yugi, and Seto Kaiba, which are two great picks, but there are a few characters I think they could and should choose. Now, one thing I will say, I will only be talking about characters from the first YuGiOh series, which is the original series. So, no GX or 5D characters, sadly. And so, with that said, let's get started with the first character, and that is Merrick Istar. Now, Merrick was in my Season 2 wishlist, and he is one of my most wanted characters in the game. Merrick also holds the Winged Dragon of Ra, which that he would complete the 3 God card trio. I also love his duel with Yugi. It's really fun to watch with that. Also, Yugi and Kaiba both come from the Battle City Finals, which was the arc Merrick was the main villain of. And in the Golden Gate Bridge stage, you can see Alcatraz in the background, which was the area Yugi faced off with Merrick. Also, the CAC item in the game for Merrick, I forget what it is, but it is in the game already for him, but I don't think that completely holds us back from getting him. I would be super surprised if Merrick didn't get in the future, such as a Season 3 or a sequel. For cards, I can see Merrick using Gilgarth as a main attack, and as a special attack, Lava Golem. His ultimate attack would be Ra. The next character I wanted to talk about is Joey Wheeler, or Junouchi in Japan. Joey is Yugi's best friend and is a pretty strong dueler. Also, he is always in the final battles in any of the arcs, and he is always important to the story. For cards, I can see a main card attack being done with Baby Dragon, and his ultimate attack being Red Eyes Black Dragon. You could also use Red Eyes as the main attack, but I think it would be better as an ultimate. The next character I wanted to talk about is the final villain of YuGiOh, and that is Bakura. Now, with Bakura, he has a high chance because of his role as a final villain, but he doesn't have much hinted at him like we do with Merrick. Bakura also as a villain didn't leave much of an impact on me personally like Merrick did, and nonetheless he would be a cool and would make sense to be in the game with him being the final villain. His attack would most likely be Dark Necrofear. The next character I want to talk about is My Valentine. Her role in the series isn't as important as the other 3 I talked about, but she would be an interesting pick. She is a female character, which the fan base always wants a female character, but I wouldn't choose her because of that. She would actually be kind of a last pick choice for me. She is like Joey and is always in the final battles in most of the arcs, although she didn't appear in the final arc until the final episode. She would also use Harpy Lady as a main attack. I don't really have much to say about My Valentine. She isn't a big one, but if we got the other 3 and they said we were going to get another YuGiOh character, I would be going with Mai. Next is a fan favorite villain, which is Maximilian Pegasus. Pegasus was the main villain of the first arc in YuGiOh and is a pretty important character to Yugi and Kaiba. He's also a super popular and he has lots of cards, so they can really be diverse with his moveset. I can see him using 1000 Eye Restrict in his moveset in some way. I can also see some interesting interactions with Pegasus Seiya. The next character I want to talk about, well, the next 2 characters I want to talk about are characters that have a fair shot, but are very low in the chances. And the first character is Ishizu Istar. She is the sister of Merrick and was a pretty important character in the Battle City arc. She could also have some dynamics with Kaiba. Her main attacks would come from Zogla, and her ultimate could be the Blast Held Tribute. And the last character I want to talk about is Odeon. Now, I think out of all of the characters I named, Odeon has the least chance of happening. He was important to his arc and important to the series to an extent, and that's why he's on the list. but I don't think Odeon has a very fair shot, but he has a chance. He could also use the mythical beast of Scarret as his main attack, but I feel like a lot of Odeon's attacks would be stuff that Merrick would use, such as his ultimate would probably be Winged Dragon of Ra, which I'd rather just have Merrick. Now with that said, I would like to thank you for watching, and comment who you think has a chance, and like the video. And subscribe because the next video will be on City Hunter. So as always, have a nice day.